test driving McLaren's GT. And what we're going to find out is whether the British car maker has managed to marry supercar with Grand Tourer. The GT leaves McLaren's headquarters and its homeland in the UK. It's a head-turner. The burnished copper beauty is certainly the most fetching vehicle on the Channel Tunnel. We plan to drive the GT through France into Belgium and loop back. How is this GT faring on our continent-crushing tour? With its twin-turbo 4-litre V8, the McLaren is fast, low, powerful and effortless to drive. A delightful point of difference over the vast majority of modern cars, hydraulic power steering for precision and feel. When you travel McLaren, you travel in style, staying in a Belgian chateau, no less. Having said that, the McLaren's interior looks so luxe you could be tempted to sleep in your 5-star car. Some of the super fabric was first designed by NASA, no less. And loving these divine dihedral doors. The exterior is indeed sleek and sensuous. Day 2 and we're heading off through Belgium.
For many SUV-obsessed Australians accustomed to a high riding position, it takes a little bit of getting used to being this low to the ground. But I kind of like it. It's a real visceral feel. You feel really at one with the road. Interestingly enough, the tyres are very, very low profile, but because of McLaren's extraordinary suspension, the ride is really smooth. And if you move the powertrain into comfort mode, it's incredibly confined.
The glass wraparound cockpit means you won't miss a thing on the road and no distractions from the back either, as there's only room for 2. When you fuse a supercar with a Grand Tourer, there are always compromises to be made, but in this case, only a few. McLaren is fond of a mid-engine layout, which is great for performance and balance, but it does create a slightly awkward luggage space. That said, the GT does have a frunk up the front, with the two boasting a total of 570 litres, more space than many of its rivals. The seats are snug, but if you're of a certain age, you might feel it in your lower back when you roll out of the car at the end of a long day. And I feel the sat-nav could be a little more intuitive, but that's a short list of cons in what is a glorious, refined drive. Stated fuel consumption is 11.9 litres per 100 kilometres. Not bad for a supercar, but spirited driving will see a figure north of that.
After a day of Grand Touring, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit today, and we're heading to the Circuit de Spa, which is Belgium's Formula One racetrack. Let's put this GT through its paces.
This Brit is blisteringly fast, accelerating to 100 kilometres an hour in 3.2 seconds and powering to 200 in 9. And it's light for its class, weighing just over 1,500 kilograms. Conditions change quickly when touring this region. Suddenly, we're driving through snow. Not ideal for racing, but that's not going to stop me taking the McLaren for a once-in-a-lifetime spin around the Spa-Francorchamps.
Not quite the hot lap we intended, but thrilling nonetheless, having not one but 3 McLarens on the Circuit de Spa.
Day 3, we are back in France, in the town of Reims, or Reims as we know it. The GT proves nimble and agile through the narrow, twisting corners and cobbled streets.
McLarens certainly garner a lot of attention, but not in a flashy way like Lamborghinis or Ferraris. They're an enigma. There's a certain element of intrigue, and that's what I like.
Louis, quel âge as-tu? 10 ans. Aimes-tu ma voiture?
Oui, elle est très cool.
After 3 countries, well over 1,000 kilometres and countless thrilling hours, it's time to head back to the UK. But what better place to cross the finishing line than in front of the ghosts of F1's past, the old Lemgour circuit.
Well, I think McLaren has done it, the perfect marriage between a supercar and a Grand Tourer. It is elegant and refined, but when you want it, it's a performance beast.